Hi, this is Beth Belair, and I'm here to show you how to make a calendar using Artisan 4 or Storybook Creator Plus software. The first thing that you're going to need is to go to the Forever website and click on Digital Art, and it's just forever.com, Digital Art, and then you can search Calendar. That's going to give you a lot of choices as far as pre-designed calendar pages, as well as some free ones. There are some free calendar templates to make it easier for you. So I'm just going to click 2016 calendar 12 by 18 blank and click download. And that's going to go into my downloads folder. Then I'm going to minimize this and go back to Artisan and create a new project or page, a new project, and then I'm going to choose calendars. And I like the 12 by 18 calendar because you can tear off the bottom and you're left with a 12 by 12 page that you can put into your scrapbook. There are several calendar sizes available though. And now you'll see that there is a choice of blank, the 20 by 16 calendar that we just downloaded, or a couple of others that I have purchased that are pre-designed calendar templates. So let's go ahead and go with the one that we downloaded. You can also go with blank, and I'll show you how to put a calendar in there. If you already have your photos ready for your calendar, you can put those in right now. You can go ahead and click Add Photos, and you can get them from your computer, from Historian, Flickr, or Facebook. I'm going to come back to that though because I want to show you how to bring the photos in. And then I'm going to call this one a 2016 blank calendar. 2016 blank. And I'm just going to let it go to the right spot, although this says that that already exists. So let's try that. And create. Now I'm given the option to add event lists. I'm going to just choose the Christian, the U.S., and the Jewish for now. These are the four that come automatically with the program. I have added in some additional events, and I'm going to show you how to add those in just a few minutes. I do not recommend adding both Canadian and U.S. holidays because so many are the same that you'll end up with two on the same day on most of the holidays. So just choose one or the other unless you don't mind deleting them. Now we have our calendar, and we can see this line shows us exactly where the perforation is going to be. That is super helpful. Oh, excuse me, that can't be unlocked. What we are left with is a 20 by 6 or 2016 calendar, and this can all be completely changed. So if you're using templates from 2012, 2013, 2014, that's fine because we can format these calendars. I am just going to go ahead and go to right-click on the calendar itself, and then I'm clicking Format Calendar, and then we're given the option of the month and the year. You can just use the arrows forward and back to choose the month and the year. And I'm going to stick with January because that's where we're going to start. You can choose how your title looks. You can show the month and the year, or just the month, or no title at all. You can put it on the left, the top, the bottom, or the right. And you can choose the font that you use. I have way too many to choose from here, but you can choose whatever font you'd like. And then you can choose the size of the font so that, and you got to be really careful when we get to the weekdays. Some fonts that are too big are going to cut off your Y's, and it doesn't always give you a warning that that's about to happen. You can change whether your title is justified to the right, the left, or the center. And you can add a fill color behind it if you want to, and so that your title will stand out a little more. I usually don't, but you could certainly do that if you'd like. The weekday style, you can show the full weekday or just the letter or the abbreviation or nothing at all. And you can change the font once again. I usually go a little bit smaller on most of them just so that those weekdays don't get cut off. And again, you could put a fill behind them. You can change it, make a border around them, and you can change the date style. This shows you what it's going to look like. So if I go ahead and change the font, the date is going to be, it's changing this. And the notes are what show down in the bottom, and those are from those event lists. I don't always like the notes to be made with a curly font because I sometimes think it's a little bit hard to read, and I hate to substitute cute for readability. And you can make the notes as small or as large as you want. The fill color is helpful when you are using a really dark background. Sometimes you would want a lighter fill in these so that you can write on it while it's on your wall. You can also change whether the numbers for the dates are at the top, the middle, or the bottom, and whether they're justified to the right or to the left or the center. Same with the notes. If you'd like those up a little bit higher, you can move those around too and put them on either side. Then the size and location, oh, these are locked. So we're not going to worry about those. So we're going to go ahead and say OK. And oh, you can see that I goofed here. My Wednesday is cut off, just like I was afraid it would be. So let's go back to our weekday style and make the font just a little bit smaller. And let's say apply and see if we can move that and make sure that, yep, now we've got our whole Wednesday on there. So this is how to change the format of the calendar itself. I'm not going to spend a lot of time working on how to embellish your calendar because I am completely certain that you know how to do this. If you are using this software, you're already used to making album pages. I'll just do a little bit to show you how easy it is. You can just drag and drop your 12 by 12 paper right into the top and almost think of this as a scrapbook page if you'd like. For the bottom, sometimes it's nice to have that white background. Sometimes it's nice to have it decorated a little bit more. Oops, that is going to go right in there, and that is not what I meant to do. You're going to, if you would like to put some paper behind it, don't let it go in the little hole like I did. But you can put it so that and just pull it down behind your calendar so that it goes behind. If you don't want anything quite, and this isn't a very busy one, but if you wanted to make sure you don't have anything busy behind it, you can just get rid of the paper and actually unlock your background and go ahead and go to cut and fill and add a color. You can sample a color from the top so that it matches perfectly and put that in behind your calendar if you'd like. Of course, you can add embellishments, and those can be added to the top. You can also add a little embellishment maybe to the bottom into your actual calendar cells if you'd like, and you can put an embellishment in behind. Make sure it doesn't go into the cell or else you'll end up having to move it again. If you want to move that down behind your calendar, it'll show through. If you are using a pre-designed template that is not, that doesn't allow you to see through it, all you have to do is select your calendar and go to format and adjust the opacity of it. You can make it so that you can see the whole thing more or less. So, oops, those are some pretty easy ways. I said okay, why is this not going away? Anyway, let's go over and find some photos now. If I go over into Historian, I have a picture here ready to go. I can just click on it and then say share, send to Artisan4, OK, and I'm going to add it to the blank calendar and say OK and OK. And by the time I minimize this and get back over here, my photo is already right there ready to go. And then this is just like when you make any other project. You can rearrange things and add them to wherever you would like. Super simple. To work on adding your events to the calendar, I'm going to go ahead and make this full width so you can see the bottom part better. To add your event lists, you go up to Help, which is the blue circle with the little question mark in it. Then click on Options, and then go down to My Calendar Event Lists. And you can add an event list, anything that you would like, school calendar, days, family birthdays, things like that. And once you have those, you can edit them. And just click on the list that you've made, click Edit, and you can add new events anytime you want. You just choose the month and the date and the text that you're going to display. So you could put a birthday in, and that'll show up, and it'll automatically put them in the month order. But you can add them in any order that you'd like. And then you can also import them from other calendars. And you can say OK. And then, OK, so it's created now. To add it, you're going to right-click on the calendar, go to Calendar Contents. Actually, I take it back. I'm sorry, I've been working in 5 for a while. Add Events, that's what we want. OK. OK. And then you click the ones that you'd like to add in. And I've got these silly observances that my kids really like. So it has things like Bubble Bath Day and Appreciate a Dragon Day, Measure Your Feet Day. And sometimes it's fun to put little things in there that would go with those kinds of days. If you have an embellishment, maybe that's a bubble bath that you could put on there. There are other embellishments that you can purchase, other kits, that are just made for calendars. So for instance, here's 2014 calendar digital embellishments. And these you can just drag and drop right into your calendar page. Now, I don't like that it says New Year's Day at the bottom of this, and I've got a tag that says New Year's Day. So I'm going to edit this particular cell without affecting all of the others by double-clicking on it. And then you can see there's the text. I'm going to highlight that text and just backspace to delete it. Now, if I would like, I can remove that image by clicking here on Remove Image from Cell. I can add a different image. Let's go to, here's a picture of Anna, and we can even crop it so that it takes up the whole cell. And you have the little preview there that shows you what it's going to look like. And I can even maybe say that it's her birthday that day and add that right over top. All of the cells that have any kind of text or embellishment or photo in them are bold on this little calendar so that you can see and easily select the ones that you want to edit. So for instance, I might take off Winnie the Pooh Day because Martin Luther King Day is a little more important. And then those changes will all be made. So if you didn't want to make an event list, you could actually add individual events just by clicking on the calendar and adding the text that you would like to add. If you're making multiple calendars using the same events, it might be easier to make the event list. An easy way, if you ever wanted to do those silly things like I do, it's time consuming, so certainly it may not be your best option, but an easy way to find those is to go to BrownieLocks.com, and she has all kinds of observances for every month and week and day that you can imagine. So once you have finished your calendar, you can go over to File and just say Order, and it'll walk you through all of the steps that you need to go through to order your calendar. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me or email me, or just even add a question to this blog. Happy scrapping!